Hey everyone, A League of Their Own back with another video. Thank you all for the positive response to my most recent spring training story. It is most appreciated. So with spring training coming to an end, I thought it only appropriate to share this story. Again, I will use my dad's photography to help tell the tale. The story begins in Lakeland 2016. You wouldn't know it by my videos to date, but my favorite Tiger is Miguel Cabrera. Miggy's a future first ballot Hall of Famer and a big kid at heart. He is also a very tough autograph to obtain in Lakeland. Like most things, it can come down to timing and luck. I had neither of those in Lakeland 2016, but that's okay because it's all about the experience. And to experience Miguel Cabrera at work is a thing of beauty. To watch him effortlessly hit opposite field moonshots is an image I won't soon forget. Miguel is often surrounded by his family in Lakeland. It was neat to see Miggy surrounded by his biggest fans, his father and son. My dad was able to capture the 3 generations as they walked by us on their way to the clubhouse. Miggy's son is often right by his dad's side. To see him emulate his dad is pretty neat. Again, my dad was there to capture this special moment between them. We left Lakeland 2016 with great photos, autographs, and memorable experiences. Even the photographer can get photographed, as my brother screenshotted this moment of my dad and I on TV during a spring training game. So, fast forward to the regular season, to when my mom and I were looking forward to our annual baseball road trip. We love seeing the Tigers play on the road. This year, we traveled to Progressive Field to see the Tigers take on the Indians. It was September 16th, 2016, which also happens to be my mom's birthday. We were lined up before the gates even opened in order to secure a prime spot by the visitors' dugout. Now, for the record, my mom is in way better shape than me. As I was gasping for air after running to our spot, she could have kept running the entire concourse without breaking a sweat. Regardless, the most important thing is that we made it to our spot by the Tigers' dugout. Slowly, the Tigers players started to emerge for infield and BP. Miggy was one of the first to appear from the dugout steps, smiling from ear to ear and waving at the fans that had gathered. Of course, everyone was calling him over. He took a few more grounders at first, then started towards us. I think everyone down the line was stunned. The first person down the line gave him a black Sharpie and he started signing away. When he got to my mom and I, we told him we had something special for him. We handed him an envelope filled with 3 5x7 photos. These were the photos my dad had taken of him and his family in Lakeland earlier that spring. You might remember these photos from earlier in this video. So Miggy opened the envelope and was so pleased to see the photos of his dad and son. He immediately called over a clubhouse attendant and instructed him to put the photos in his locker for safekeeping. My mom and I were thrilled. Miggy then gave my mom a big hug. How I wish my dad would have been there to capture it. I, of course, fumbled to grab my phone from my knapsack and could not capture the moment in time. I was so disappointed with myself, even to this day. So I asked Miggy if he could please sign a photo my dad took of him that year in Lakeland. So here is that photo signed in black with his number 24 inscribed. Now, I love this photo that my dad took of Miggy. It's a candid shot that I think really captures Miggy's joy for the game he loves. So having my favorite player autograph unique memorabilia created by my dad and signed on my mom's birthday was really special. So great timing and a stroke of luck really made for a memorable experience. Now, the gentleman standing next to me, he must have gathered how excited I was. So he actually offered to take a photo of Miggy and I with his phone. And before I could even say, heck yes, Miggy leans in for a photo op. Talk about unreal. So here is that photo for all of you to see. And Miggy and I, we did not coordinate our attire to rock the Tigers' home and away colors, but it did work out nicely. Now, it's hard to see in the backdrop, and the photo has been cropped, but if you see the stadium clock there, the time actually reads 5:34. So with game time starting a little after 7, the stadium wasn't all that crowded. And I really think that helped to enhance the photo. I like how you can see the Tigers and Indians logo represented on the scoreboard, the diamond, and of course, beautiful progressive field in the backdrop. I sincerely felt like the luckiest man ever. And of course, the first thing I did was call my dad and tell him how much Miggy seemed to appreciate his photos and that we were able to take a photo together. So my dad's excitement to that news still leaves me smiling. Truly, it was the best road trip ever. So we'll just put this photo in the backdrop here next. Now, when I got home, naturally, the first thing I did was have that photo developed in almost every size imaginable. 4x6, 5x7, 8x10. It did stop there, I swear. But I wanted to do something else, though, to commemorate the occasion. I wanted to do something special. Now, I'm not that creative and knew I was going to need to enlist some help. And as you know, I'm a new YouTube contributor, but a long-time watcher. So I had an idea and knew of just the right person who could make it happen. So I contacted this gentleman and he created what I'm going to share next. So this is a beautiful custom card created by Tanner Jones, known as Tan Man Baseball Fan here on YouTube. Now, I love this card and Tanner's work is simply stunning. So if you're looking for a custom piece, I highly recommend his work. Now, I did cover up my last name there, though, for privacy reasons. But I really love how Tanner gave the card a painted type appearance. I'm definitely drawn to that particular look, as you know from my vintage pickups. I love that gold border shine, and if we turn the card over, you'll see that it is, of course, uniquely a one-of-one, and essentially the card outlines the who, what, and when so that I never forget this special memory. So we'll just place this card in the backdrop here next. So coming full circle, this story ends in Lakeland 2017, and it actually ended on March the 25th. So as I mentioned previously, batting practice is my favorite part of spring training. And when I refer to batting practice, I'm specifically referring to off days. So if the Tigers are playing on the road, the vets stay back in Lakeland and practice. And these are the best days, and I enjoy them the most. So as I got into the stadium on March 25th, those who ran down before me were literally hollering that Miggy was signing. So I picked up the pace and I joined in on the excitement. Now, Miggy made my trip last year when he signed Tanner's custom card. So you might be wondering, well, that card in the backdrop, it isn't signed. And you're right. So what I did was actually had Tanner make two versions, an unsigned and what I was hoping to be a signed version. So I was so thrilled when it actually happened. And this time, my dad was there to capture the moment. So here it is, just as I'm telling Miggy that it was a card of me and him. So Miggy, I love his smile there as I'm telling him that that's a card of him and I. And you can see that card as he's signing it right there. So I thought it was a really special moment that my dad was able to capture there. And I'm excited to share it with all of you. So next you're probably wanting to see the card itself. So here it is, signed beautifully in blue with Miggy's number 24 inscribed there. So undoubtedly, this is my favorite Miggy item in my collection. I absolutely love it. I still can't believe that I was fortunate enough to get this piece signed. And what I love even more is that it links unforgettable experiences with my parents, and it truly is a full circle story and probably my favorite. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I know that it was a lengthy one, but I do hope that it was worth your time. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for caring, and I will see you in the next one.